In a distant galaxy far from Earth, various alien civilizations thrived. For centuries, they had looked down on humans. The aliens believed humans were weak, foolish, and incapable of anything significant. They mocked humans for their simple technology and lack of advanced skills. This mockery continued for 500,000 years. Among these humans was a brilliant young scientist named Dr. Zara. She lived on a small blue planet called Earth. Despite the beauty of her home, Dr. Zara felt frustrated. She knew humans were more capable than what the aliens thought. Every day, she listened to stories of how aliens laughed at Earth's attempts to join the galactic community. Dr. Zara worked tirelessly in her lab, trying to invent new technologies that could impress the aliens. She believed that if she could just create something remarkable, the aliens would finally see humans as equals. However, each new invention was met with ridicule. The aliens would call her creations toys and childish gadgets. This hurt Dr. Zara deeply. She felt the weight of her people's shame. One day, while researching ancient human records, Dr. Zara stumbled upon an old legend. It spoke of a hidden technology, one that could give humans incredible powers. This technology was said to be buried deep beneath the earth, forgotten over the ages. Dr. Zara's heart raced as she realized this might be the key to changing how aliens viewed humanity. With newfound determination, Dr. Zara decided to search for this lost technology. She gathered her closest friends, a group of talented individuals who shared her passion for science and her dream of proving humanity's worth. Among them was Tom, a skilled engineer, Lisa, a brilliant programmer, and Ravi, a courageous pilot. Together, they formed a secret team, united by a common goal to find the lost technology and show the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated. The group began their quest by studying old maps and historical texts. They discovered that the technology was hidden in a vast underground chamber, protected by ancient traps and puzzles. The journey would be dangerous, but they were ready to face any challenge. They spent days preparing, gathering supplies, and studying the ancient texts. As they ventured into the depths of the earth, excitement filled the air. The team crawled through narrow tunnels and climbed steep cliffs, using every skill they had learned. They faced many obstacles along the way, crumbling rocks, sudden floods, and dark, eerie caves. But with each challenge, they grew closer as a team, encouraging one another to keep pushing forward. After days of searching, they finally reached the underground chamber. It was breathtaking. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and in the center stood a massive machine, pulsating with energy. Dr. Zara's heart raced. This was it, the technology that could change everything. The team worked together to activate the machine. As they pressed buttons and pulled levers, a brilliant light filled the room. The machine whirred to life, and an energy wave rippled through the chamber. Dr. Zara felt a surge of power, unlike anything she had ever experienced. They had done it. They had awakened a force that could give humanity the strength they needed. But just as they celebrated their success, a voice echoed through the chamber. It was a holographic projection of an ancient alien, warning them of the consequences of using the technology. Humans are not ready for this power, it said. You have been mocked for a reason. Do not let it consume you. Dr. Zara and her team exchanged worried glances. The aliens were right. They had always underestimated the responsibility that came with great power. But Dr. Zara's determination did not waver. She believed that if they used this technology wisely, they could finally prove their worth to the galaxy. As they left the chamber, the team was filled with hope. They were ready to show the universe that humans were not weak, but strong and capable of greatness. They would no longer be the subject of laughter. The time for change had come. With their newfound power, Dr. Zara and her team were determined to strike back against centuries of mockery and show the galaxy that humans were a force to be reckoned with. After their amazing discovery, Dr. Zara and her team returned to the surface with a new sense of purpose. They had found the ancient technology that could change the fate of humanity, but they knew they couldn't do it alone. If they wanted to stand up to the alien civilizations that had mocked them for centuries, they needed to gather more allies. They needed to build a strong force. Dr. Zara called for a meeting at a secret location, a small hidden lab deep in the forests of Earth. The place was quiet, surrounded by tall trees and chirping birds. It was perfect for planning without the prying eyes of the aliens. She invited scientists, engineers, and brave volunteers who believed in their mission. As the group gathered, excitement filled the air. In the meeting, Dr. Zara spoke passionately about their discovery. "We have found a powerful technology," she said, her eyes shining with determination. "But to use it, we need a united force. We must train and prepare for the battle ahead. We can no longer let the aliens laugh at us. We must show them what humanity can do." The crowd cheered, inspired by her words. They all understood the risks, but they were ready to take a stand. Among the group was Tom, who was excited about the chance to design new weapons. Lisa, the brilliant programmer, planned to create advanced systems that could control the technology they had discovered. Ravi, the pilot, was eager to scout the area and gather more information about the alien forces. Over the next few weeks, the team worked hard. They transformed the secret lab into a training facility. They built makeshift classrooms and set up training grounds. Each day, they met to learn new skills and strengthen their abilities. Some learned how to operate the ancient machine, while others trained in combat and strategy. Dr. Zara led the training sessions, pushing everyone to their limits. As the days passed, the team grew stronger. They practiced different tactics for both defense and attack. Dr. Zara focused on teamwork, teaching them to rely on one another. "We are only as strong as our unity," she reminded them. "Together we can achieve anything." One evening, while training, the team faced a surprising challenge. An alien scouting party stumbled upon their training camp. The aliens were shocked to see humans working together, clearly preparing for something big. The alien commander laughed at them, thinking it was a joke. "What do you think you can do?" "You are still weak," he mocked. Instead of backing down, Dr. Zara stood firm. "We are not weak. We are ready to fight back," she shouted, her voice echoing in the trees. The alien commander sneered, but he quickly left, reporting back to the alien empire about this strange gathering of humans. The encounter shocked the team, but also strengthened their resolve. They knew the aliens were watching them closely, and the time to act was drawing near. They decided to step up their training, practicing even harder and preparing for the worst. Meanwhile, news of Dr. Zara's group spread across Earth. Many people were inspired by her bravery and joined the cause. Farmers, teachers, doctors, and even children wanted to help. They brought supplies, food, and ideas to support the team. This united front of humans showed the aliens that they were wrong about their capabilities. One day, a group of skilled engineers arrived at the lab. They brought new designs for ships and weapons, hoping to enhance the team's strength. They worked day and night, crafting ships that could withstand alien technology and developing new weapons that harnessed the power of the ancient machine. As the team prepared, Dr. Zara knew they were making progress, but doubts still lingered. Would they be ready when the time came? Would their training be enough against the advanced alien forces? She decided to hold a meeting to address these concerns. During the meeting, she reminded everyone of the power they had already unlocked. "We are not the same humans we were before," she said. "We are a force now. We have something to fight for. Our home, our families, and our dignity. We will show the universe that humans are strong." With renewed determination, the team rallied together. They were no longer just individuals, but a united force, ready to take on the challenges ahead. They had gathered the necessary skills, technology, and support. The time for change was near, and they were prepared to strike back against the mockery that had haunted them for so long. With weeks of training behind them, Dr. Zara's team was ready for their first big mission. They had gathered knowledge, skills, and technology. Now, it was time to put everything into action. They planned a daring attack on an alien supply base that was known to be close to Earth. This base was crucial for the aliens, and taking it out would send a powerful message. The night before the mission, the team gathered in their hidden lab. Excitement and nerves filled the air. Dr. Zara stood in front of them, her face illuminated by the soft glow of the control panel. "This is our chance," she said. "We will show the aliens that humans are no longer weak. We can win this battle together." Her words fueled their courage, and they cheered in agreement. As dawn broke, the team prepared for the mission. They donned their makeshift uniforms, crafted from strong materials that would protect them during the attack. They loaded their new weapons and equipment onto the ships designed by their engineering team. Each member of the group felt a mix of fear and excitement. They were about to step into the unknown. Ravi, the skilled pilot, took the lead as they flew toward the alien supply base. He expertly navigated through the dense clouds, ensuring they remained unseen. Dr. Zara sat beside him, her mind racing with thoughts about the mission. She had studied the base's layout extensively and had a clear plan. "We need to create a distraction first," she said. "Tom, you and Lisa will handle that part." As they neared the base, Tom and Lisa prepared the distraction. They activated small drones equipped with flashing lights and loud sounds. "On my mark, we'll send the drones in," Tom instructed. The team watched as the drones soared toward the base, creating chaos among the alien guards. Lights flickered and alarms blared. It was the perfect distraction. "Now let's go," Dr. Zara commanded. They landed their ships just outside the base and quickly disembarked. The team moved stealthily, sticking to the shadows. Dr. Zara led the way, her heart pounding with adrenaline. They had trained for this moment, but the reality of the mission felt different. As they approached the entrance, they encountered a group of unsuspecting alien guards. With quick hand signals, Dr. Zara directed her team to take them down silently. They moved as one, swiftly and efficiently. It was a well-executed plan, and soon the guards were incapacitated, lying unconscious on the ground. Once inside the base, the atmosphere changed. The air was thick with tension, and the sounds of chaos echoed in the distance. "We need to find their supply room," Dr. Zara whispered. "That's where we can hit them the hardest." The team navigated through narrow hallways, staying alert for any signs of danger. They finally reached the supply room, which was guarded by a heavy door. "This is it," Lisa said, working on the control panel to override the lock. With a few taps, the door clicked open, revealing rows of weapons and supplies. Dr. Zara's eyes widened in amazement. "This is more than we expected," she exclaimed. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the base, and bright red lights flashed. The aliens had discovered their presence. "We have to move now," Tom shouted. They quickly loaded their ships with weapons and supplies, knowing they had to escape before it was too late. As they rushed back to their ships, they encountered more alien guards. A fierce battle erupted. The team fought valiantly, using their newly acquired weapons and skills. Dr. Zara felt a surge of strength as she fired her weapon at an alien, realizing they were holding their ground. The aliens were shocked to see humans fighting back with such bravery. Ravi expertly piloted their ships, maneuvering through the chaos outside. "Get in! I'll cover you!" he yelled. The team jumped into the ships, firing back at the advancing alien forces. They managed to take down several ships, showcasing their newfound power. Finally, with supplies loaded and victory within their grasp, they took off into the sky. As they flew away, Dr. Zara looked back at the alien base, now engulfed in flames. They had done it. They had struck the first blow against their oppressors. The team cheered and hugged each other in excitement. This mission was a success, and it marked the beginning of a new era for humanity. They had proven that they could fight back, and that they were no longer the subjects of mockery. The aliens would no longer underestimate them. Dr. Zara smiled, knowing that this was just the beginning. They were ready for whatever came next, united and stronger than ever before. After their successful attack on the alien supply base, Dr. Zara and her team felt a surge of confidence. They had achieved what many thought was impossible, but they knew this was just the beginning. The aliens would not take their defeat lightly. Tensions were rising, and the threat of retaliation loomed over them like a dark cloud. Back at their hidden lab, the team gathered to discuss their next steps. Dr. Zara stood at the front, her expression serious. "We've made a bold move, and we must be ready for what comes next," she warned. "The aliens will retaliate, and we need a plan to protect ourselves." Tom nodded, his brow furrowed in thought. "We need to fortify our defenses. If they come looking for us, we have to be ready to fight back." The others agreed, understanding the urgency of the situation. Over the next few days, the team worked tirelessly to improve their lab. They set up barriers, installed surveillance systems, and reinforced the entrances. Everyone had a role to play, and each member was determined to contribute to their safety. Meanwhile, the alien empire was in chaos. News of the human attack spread quickly through their ranks. Alien leaders convened emergency meetings to discuss the threat posed by humanity. The commander who had mocked the humans before was furious. "How dare they attack us?" he yelled, slamming his fist on the table. "We have underestimated them for too long. We must send a strong message." The aliens decided to launch a counterattack to crush the humans' newfound confidence. They planned a raid on the lab where Dr. Zara and her team were hiding. The commander knew that if they could eliminate the humans quickly, the rest of the galaxy would see that humanity was still weak. Back on Earth, Dr. Zara received intel about the impending alien attack. A brave informant from within the alien ranks had risked everything to warn them. "They're coming for you," the informant said, fear in their eyes. "You need to prepare. They want to wipe you out before you can strike again." Dr. Zara's heart raced as she relayed the information to her team. "We don't have much time," she said, urgency in her voice. "We need to strengthen our defenses and prepare for battle. We cannot let them catch us off guard." The team sprang into action. They armed themselves with weapons and set up traps around the perimeter of their lab. Lisa worked on enhancing their technology, creating makeshift shields and alarms that would alert them to any approaching danger. "I'll monitor the systems," she promised, her fingers flying over the control panel. "We won't be surprised this time." As night fell, the team gathered for a final briefing. Dr. Zara reminded them of their purpose. "We are fighting not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity. We have shown them our strength, but we need to be ready to show them again." With a renewed sense of determination, the team took their positions, watching the dark forest for any signs of trouble. Hours passed, and the tension was palpable. They could hear the wind rustling through the trees, but everything felt eerily quiet. Suddenly, the alarms blared. Red lights flashed, illuminating the dark surroundings. "They're here!" Tom shouted, grabbing his weapon. The team quickly took their places, prepared for the fight of their lives. As the alien ships descended, the team felt a mix of fear and adrenaline. Dr. Zara took a deep breath and rallied her team. "Remember your training! We fight together!" she yelled, her voice echoing in the night. The aliens landed with a loud thud, their ships casting dark shadows over the ground. The alien soldiers emerged, their eyes scanning the area for the humans. Dr. Zara and her team remained hidden, ready to ambush the intruders. As the first wave of aliens approached, Tom activated a trap that sent a burst of energy toward the soldiers, knocking them off their feet. "Now!" Dr. Zara shouted, and the team sprang into action, launching their counterattack. A fierce battle erupted under the cover of night. Blasts of energy filled the air as the humans fought bravely against the alien forces. Despite being outnumbered, their training and determination gave them strength. Dr. Zara fought side by side with her team, knowing that this battle was crucial for their survival. But the alien commander was determined to crush the humans once and for all. "We will not lose to you again!" he bellowed, leading his troops into the fray. As the battle raged on, both sides fought fiercely, each determined to emerge victorious. Amidst the chaos, Dr. Zara's heart raced with determination. They had come too far to back down now. The fight was on, and she would do everything in her power to protect her team and humanity's future. The battle raged on under the dark sky, filled with flashes of energy blasts and the sounds of conflict. Dr. Zara and her team fought with every ounce of strength they had, determined to defend their home against the alien invaders. They had trained for this moment, and now they had to prove that humanity was not to be trifled with. Dr. Zara spotted Tom, who was cornered by two alien soldiers. Without a second thought, she rushed to his side, firing her weapon and taking down one of the aliens. "Get up, Tom! We need to move!" she shouted, helping him to his feet. They fought back to back, covering each other as they pushed through the chaos. "Thanks, Zara," Tom replied, a look of gratitude in his eyes. "Let's show these aliens what we can do." Ravi, their skilled pilot, was coordinating the aerial assault. From above, he guided their ships, dropping bombs that targeted the alien forces. "I can see their command ship," he called out over the radio. "If we take that out, we can cripple their attack." "Do it!" Dr. Zara urged, her heart pounding with adrenaline. "We'll hold them off down here while you make your move." As Ravi maneuvered his ship closer to the command ship, the alien commander spotted him. "Destroy that ship," he commanded, panic rising in his voice. "Do not let them take us down!" The aliens fired back at Ravi's ship, but he expertly dodged their blasts. "I won't let them stop me," he murmured, focusing intently. He lined up his shot and released a series of bombs. They struck the command ship, sending it into a tailspin. The explosion lit up the night sky, and Dr. Zara felt a surge of hope. But the battle was far from over. The remaining alien soldiers fought fiercely, pushing against Dr. Zara's team. They were outnumbered and exhausted, yet their spirits remained high. "We've come too far to lose now," Lisa shouted, her voice strong and steady. "Let's give it everything we've got." With renewed determination, the humans pressed forward. They utilized every tactic they had learned, moving as a united force. Dr. Zara led the charge, her mind focused on victory. "Remember our goal," she yelled. "We fight for Earth and for every human who has ever been mocked. We will not be defeated." As the fighting continued, more of the alien soldiers fell to the ground. Dr. Zara's team worked seamlessly together, covering each other and pushing the aliens back. They were making progress, but they needed a final push to win the battle. Then, as if answering their call, the skies began to clear. From the shadows, more human ships appeared, a surprise reinforcement led by an ally who had heard of their plight. "We're here to help," a voice crackled over the radio. "Let's finish this." The arrival of additional ships turned the tide of the battle. The aliens were caught off guard and chaos erupted among their ranks. With a fierce battle cry, Dr. Zara and her team charged forward. "Now is our chance," she yelled, feeling the adrenaline coursing through her veins. The human reinforcements joined the fight, and the combined forces pushed back the alien invaders. Dr. Zara felt a surge of hope as they took control of the battlefield. The once dominant aliens were now on the defensive, and the humans were reclaiming their territory. With every alien soldier that fell, the confidence of Dr. Zara's team grew. They fought with a purpose, driven by the desire to show the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated. The tide was turning, and they could taste victory. Finally, the alien commander realized they were losing. Panic filled his eyes as he ordered a retreat. "Fall back! We cannot lose any more troops," he shouted, but it was too late. The humans had already cut off their escape routes. As the aliens scrambled to flee, Dr. Zara raised her weapon. "This is our chance to end this once and for all," she shouted. "Let's show them the strength of humanity." With one final push, the humans surged forward, capturing the remaining alien soldiers and preventing their escape. The alien commander was forced to surrender, realizing that the humans had risen against the long-standing mockery and oppression. As the last of the aliens were subdued, cheers erupted from the human forces. Dr. Zara looked around at her team, feeling a deep sense of pride. They had fought hard, and their determination had paid off. They had sent a powerful message to the galaxy: Earth would not be pushed around anymore. In that moment, the humans knew they had taken back their power. They had proven that they were fierce and resilient, ready to protect their home and their future. As the sun began to rise, casting a warm glow over the battlefield, Dr. Zara felt hope blossom in her heart. The era of mockery was over, and Earth had finally struck back.